I was the invisible guy in every meeting. My ideas were ignored, my opinions dismissed, and people talked over me like I wasn't even there. Then I discovered 6 strategies from a 500-year-old book that completely changed how people treat me. Niccolò Machiavelli wrote the most controversial leadership guide in history, and today, I'm revealing his ruthlessly effective tactics for commanding instant respect. These aren't manipulation tricks, they're reality checks about how power actually works. Personal story, the turning point. Last year, I watched a new hire with half my experience get the promotion I'd been working toward for 3 years. When I asked my boss why, he said something that destroyed me. "You're great at your job, but you don't have executive presence." I had no idea what that meant. I was competent, hardworking, reliable. Wasn't that enough? That's when someone handed me The Prince by Machiavelli and said, "Read this. You need to understand how respect really works." What I discovered changed everything. Let's dive into his 6 most powerful strategies. Strategy 1. Never appear desperate. Strategy 1. Scarcity creates value. Machiavelli understood that the moment you appear needy, you lose all bargaining power. I used to send follow-up emails within hours, apologize for bothering people, and over-explain every request. I was broadcasting desperation, and people unconsciously devalued me. Machiavelli taught that leaders who appear self-sufficient command more respect than those who constantly seek approval. So I made 3 changes. I stopped apologizing unnecessarily, waited 24 hours before following up, and removed phrases like "just checking in" from my vocabulary. Within weeks, people started responding faster and taking my requests more seriously. Why? Because I treated my time and attention as valuable, so they did too. Strategy 2. Be decisively wrong, not hesitantly right. Strategy 2. Decisive action beats perfect hesitation. Machiavelli observed that people respect leaders who make decisions, even wrong ones, over those who waffle endlessly. I used to hedge every statement with "maybe," "I think," "possibly." I'd ask everyone's opinion before making any decision. I thought this made me collaborative. Instead, it made me look weak. Here's what Machiavelli knew. Uncertainty creates anxiety in others. When you can't decide, people lose confidence in you. But when you decide quickly and commit fully, even if you're wrong, you give people something to follow. I started giving myself 24-hour decision deadlines. Gather info quickly, trust my judgment, commit fully. Yes, I made mistakes, but my team respected me more for decisive action than they ever did for careful deliberation. Strategy 3. Create strategic distance. Familiarity breeds contempt. Machiavelli taught that maintaining appropriate distance preserves respect and authority. I used to be everyone's friend at work, sharing personal problems, always available, telling everyone everything. I thought it made me relatable. Instead, it made me forgettable. The most respected people aren't the most available. They're selective with their time, private about personal matters, and maintain a degree of professional mystery. Not cold, just boundaried. I stopped responding to messages instantly, created clear work boundaries, and kept my personal life more private. The result? People valued my time more because I valued it first. My calendar filled with important meetings instead of random requests. Strategy 4. Let your results speak. Actions command respect. Credentials don't. Machiavelli wrote that people judge you by what you accomplish, not what you claim. I had the impressive resume, the right degree, the years of experience, but a colleague with none of that was getting more respect because he simply delivered better results faster. Machiavelli's insight. Stop telling people how qualified you are and start showing them through excellent execution. I shifted from explaining my background to just solving problems brilliantly. Instead of "I have 10 years of experience with this," I just handled it so well that people couldn't help but notice. Within months, my reputation shifted from "talks a good game" to "gets it done." Strategy 5. Reward loyalty, address betrayal. Be generous with allies, firm with disrespect. Machiavelli taught that respect requires both reward and consequence. A coworker kept taking credit for my ideas. First time I let it slide. Second time I addressed it privately. Third time, I documented everything and presented it to leadership. Was it harsh? Maybe, but it never happened again. Meanwhile, I went out of my way to recognize and advocate for people who supported me. Machiavelli understood that you must be both, ruthlessly fair. People don't respect pushovers who tolerate endless disrespect. They also don't respect tyrants who punish randomly. They respect fairness, rewarding loyalty while swiftly addressing betrayal. Strategy 6. Take calculated risks. Fortune favors the bold. Machiavelli wrote that timid people rarely achieve anything worth respecting. Playing it safe kept me comfortable but invisible. I never proposed bold ideas, never challenged assumptions, never stood out. Then I proposed a radical project restructuring that everyone thought was crazy. I'd done my homework. I had data, a plan, and the courage to defend it. The proposal was approved, transformed our department, and completely changed how people saw me. Suddenly, I wasn't the safe, predictable guy. I was someone with vision. Machiavelli observed that bold leaders who fail spectacularly often earn more respect than timid leaders who succeed modestly. Why? Because courage is rare and people respect rarity. 6 months after applying these strategies, I got the promotion. But more importantly, I transformed how I show up in every area of my life. I'm no longer the guy people talk over. I'm the guy people listen to. These strategies work together. Appear self-sufficient, decide decisively, maintain boundaries, deliver results, enforce fairness, and take bold action. That's the Machiavellian formula for respect. Here's your challenge. Pick one strategy that you're weakest at. Too available? Too indecisive? Playing it too safe? Choose it, commit to it for 1 week, and watch what happens. Drop a comment telling me which strategy you're implementing and why. I respond to every comment with specific tactical advice. If this changed how you think about respect, hit that like button and subscribe for more historical wisdom that actually works in modern life. Machiavelli was controversial because he told the truth. Respect isn't about being the nicest person. It's about being strategically competent, decisively clear, and courageously bold. Stop waiting for respect to be given. Start commanding it through action, boundaries, and strategic intelligence. The world rewards effectiveness, not good intentions. I'm Mazid Khan, and remember, respect isn't a gift. It's a response to how you show up in the world. Show up strategically, and the world will respond differently.